Namaste yogis, welcome to your practice. This is Stephen from Yoga Works in South Africa. And this morning I'd like to take you through a 1-hour yoga flow, which is all about our core. Now, some people tell me, actually quite a lot of people, that they don't have any core strength, which is a lie, because without core here, you would just sink into a little heap as a soft pudding. So you do have core, but that doesn't mean that we can't strengthen it a bit. Another image that comes up when you hear core strength is to punish your abs so that for the next couple of days you can hardly walk or stand or sit anymore. This is not our intention today. But what we do want to do is just have a look at this area. We, of course, as the front, the abdominals, which is probably what you first think of when you hear core. But then there's also the sides, the back body supporting your lower back, and even the bottom, which is the pelvic floor, and the top, which is the diaphragm. So that's more or less the area we're going to be focusing on. Think of a cylindrical space. We are three-dimensional human beings. So there's sides, there's a front and back, the top and the bottom, which we're going to explore today. Also, it's Mother's Day where I am today. So is there any imagine which needs more inner strength than to raise the next generation? So this is also in honor of you. If you're a mother, if you have a mother, if you can think of a mother, then this is also for you. So let's start. Lie down on your back and bend your knees to place your feet flat on your mat as well. And then shuffle around. We want to be quite comfortable here. We're just exploring the area that we're going to be working with. And now the first thing we want to do is to press the lower back a little bit into the mat. So this activates the abdominals, the front of your core, you could say. So just a little bit of activation, not 100% by far, but just a little bit, so you feel a little bit of pressure at the lower back on the mat. And then draw your sides in a little bit. There might not be much movement, but just imagine you're cinching around the waist, as it were. And now lift the pelvic floor up a little bit. So draw all those muscles. It's like a little upside down parachute. Draw all those muscles a little bit into your center, into the base of the spine. Should give you a nice solid feeling at the base. You're still pressing lower back down. Now you're lifting pelvic floor. The waist is cinching in. The belly is pressing down. And now we'll work with the top, which is the diaphragm, the main breathing muscle. It could be good to have a hand on your belly, just to feel. Keep this engagement with all these muscles, the top, the bottom, the front, the back. And now breathe into that structure, but don't let go of the belly. The belly might rise a little bit, but it's still really strong with the abdominal strength. And on the exhale, draw the belly back towards the spine, press down a little bit, you can exaggerate. Inhale, keep all that core strength and breathe into that firm structure. Should feel really great around the lower spine. Exhale, press the belly down, all the breath out. You get to engage the muscles even more on the end of the exhale. Let's do a few more. Inhale, breathe into the belly while you're applying that pressure, that strength. Exhale, belly draws down, all the breath out. 2 more. Inhale, keep the strength, but breathe so the pressure increases in your abdominal cavity. Exhale, all the breath out. Stay a little bit at the bottom of the exhale. And last one, inhale. Don't lose the strength. Keep lifting the pelvic floor. Exhale. Stay for a moment at the bottom of the exhale. Squeeze everything together around your midsection. And then release. Take a few normal breaths now with relaxed belly, relaxed lower back, relaxed pelvic floor. Just feel the difference. This is a really great exercise just to get acquainted with all these muscles, this area we're working with around our center. Nice. And then press your hands up towards the ceiling, almost like as if you're doing plank on the ceiling or the sky, in my case. And then draw your knees up towards your elbows. See if you can touch your knees, so now you're in crow pose. And then lift your head up from the mat. Push your hands away, straighten your elbows. And then squeeze the inner thighs and the inner feet together, or towards the midline rather. So you're in crow pose. Actually it's crane pose because your arms are straight. Crow pose on your back. Lift, 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 lift your hips, lift the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and release. Take a moment. So this one was mainly front of the abdominals. We'll go a little bit more into the side this time. Now keep your knees together, draw them into the chest. Release your hands, stretch your hands to the right, knees a little bit to the left. Lift everything up and come into side crow on the right. Your hands are to the right, knees are to the left. So press your hands away, squeeze your knees together. Lift your shoulders and your hips off the mat as best as you can. And then swap to the other side. So right elbow goes outside, left knee, squeeze the knees together. Stretch your hands up, 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 up on the diagonal. 3, 2, 1, and release. Just feel that. It's really great to practice some of these arm balances on your back because they are more accessible. Everyone can do them. I'm not saying they're easy, but you can do them in some kind of way. Nice. Next, come to lie on your side. I'm starting my right side, but if your left is easier to start with, that's fine. Place your head in the hand, like you're chilling in the park or on the beach or something. And then lift your top leg a little bit. Doesn't have to be super high. So far, so good. But now lift the bottom leg a little bit. And then just feel how your side is now engaged. That's the obliques, the muscles, core muscles around your waist. And just balance here for a few moments. And if you like to, this is just more like a game, a little play. You can make that left hand a little bit lighter in front of your chest. Maybe see if you can release it and stretch it up or back. And the worst that will happen is you just roll out, which is quite fun. And then release. Lie down on your belly. One of the best core strengthening exercise I know, which is for the lower back side, is locust pose. So here we go, locust pose. Lie down on your belly and lift the arms a little bit. And then turn the palms down to the mat. Lift the backs of the hands, lift the backs of the arms, so feel the back of the shoulders. And then lift the head, lift the chest. So all the muscles along the spine are active now. And then lift the legs a little bit. So now you're connecting that to the glutes and the hamstrings. The whole back body will need to work quite a bit to lift you up. You're not going very far. This is not the point of this pose. But this is amazing to strengthen your whole back line, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting, working at a desk, driving cars, and then lower down. Take a moment. And then roll over onto your left side. I'm gonna face my back to you for a moment. Place your head in the left hand. Lift the top leg a little bit. Lift the bottom leg a little bit. So now you're balancing on the left side. Again, you can do that thing where you lighten the right hand a bit, if it feels good. Well, this side is much harder. So just play. Just feel the strengthening in the side body here. The obliques, really good work for the side body. And then slowly come back down. Roll onto your back again. Place your knees, or place your feet so the knees are bent. slide your feet a little bit further away than normal, than for bridge pose. And then start to slide the hands up, tuck chin to chest, feel the whole front body contract. Hover above the knees or towards the knees, or if it so happens, you might be able to come all the way up. It doesn't matter how far you go, just go to your end range and then slowly curl back down. This is not about how far we go, it's about how much control do you have to make this movement quite smooth and slow. If you just yanked up, you're already at the top, then that is not smooth and slow. You'll have to do better next time. So try to not let gravity take you as you go down. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Again, peel up from the chin. Don't swing up, there's no momentum here. Chin, chest, belly, feel the abdominals pulling you up. Reach up. Slowly down. You might stop much earlier, which is fine. Let's do one more. Slow, slower, 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 slower. Now we're halfway. Now we're 3/4 of the way. Now we're at the full lift, wherever that is for you. Slowly go down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1, lower down. Just feel we've done a little bit of the front, a little bit of the sides, a little bit at the back. Just notice, like the walls of the house, the foundation of the house is pelvic floor, the roof of the house is the diaphragm. We don't want to leave any part out. Nice. Slowly come up, come into downward facing dog. And just see with your core awareness after a little warm up how that feels. How is your midsection? Is there a bit more of a feeling of strength, of stability, of skill, of awareness perhaps? And then this whole class is going to be a core class, but we'll be doing movements that you know, nothing extraordinary there. But we're going to try and do every pose as if it comes from our belly. That's actually a good way to work if you have seen any kind of martial arts or golf swings or gymnastics. That's all going to be a lot of core work, and we're always trying to make all the movements from our center outwards. Now coming to plank pose, one of the best overall core strengtheners, especially for the front body here. And just check that your hips are not sagging down, they're not piking up. You are nicely in the middle. There's a gentle contraction, the whole front from your throat to the toes. And then just test, lift your right foot, see what it does. Lower the right foot, lift the left foot. Lower the left foot, lift the right foot, and lift the left arm. Ooh, interesting. Lower everything down, lift the left foot, and lift the right arm. Interesting, downward facing dog. Don't draw any conclusions except perhaps interesting. Slowly lower down onto your knees. I'm going to face forward so you can see better. Next pose, one of the great poses I find to activate the Mula Bandha, which is what we call the pelvic floor lift in the yoga tradition. Place your hands next to the knees. Keep the knees glued together like they are only one leg. All we're going to do is lift the knees towards your chest a few times. That's it. So press your hands down, lift knees to chest, and lower the knees. Lift the knees, lower the knees. So you're staying on the tops of the toes. Lift, lower, lift. This is called Lulasana, lower. 2 more, lift, lower. Last one, if you feel super strong this morning, then lift everything up. Lower down, rest. Let the breath return to normal. Every breath can take you into your center, especially if you notice the diaphragm on the inhale presses the belly out. On the exhale, everything can relax. Well done. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Mountain pose. Today we're not talking about the feet, the legs, the shoulders, the arms too much. We are talking about our center. So can you stand here with a strong midline? And then to do that, there's a little trick which I will share with you. Engage your belly about 20% here, 20-25%. So a little activation. And engage the glutes about 20-25%. So you're held from the front and from the back. And just feel how this lights up the whole pose. You're rooting down through the legs. You're rising up through the head. Place palms together at the heart. In the next few movements, we'll move through some sun salutations. Let all the movements come from your center, from the place around your navel. On the inhale, rise, lift the arms, stretch up from the belly. Exhale, fold from your belly. So your belly is pulling yourself forward. You can bend your knees here. Inhale to flat back, lift high enough. For the first one, lift your hands behind you and lift, not just a little bit, but lift higher than the level of your hips. This will engage the lower back much more. Exhale, fall down again. Your belly pulls you down. Inhale, let your belly lift the arms up, as it were. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Feel that midline of the body where most of your strength is. Inhale, rise, stretch up from your core to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, belly pulls you forward and down. Inhale, flat back. Remember to lift high enough. This is back core strength. Exhale, belly pulls down again, forward fold. Inhale, rise, go all the way up. Exhale, down the midline, back to your heart center. Couple of rounds, sun salutations with the step back. Inhale, here we go. Rise, enjoy, take it all in. Exhale, strong belly as you fold, 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 fold. Inhale, lift high enough, your lower back gets strong. Exhale, hands down, the right foot steps back. Lower your knee, lift your arms, low lunge, inhale. Exhale to plank. Inhale in plank pose. Think of the belly, focus all your attention there. And exhale, keep the belly strong as you slowly lower down. Slow, 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 strong belly, all the way down. Inhale to locust pose. Lift your arms, lift the chest, lift the legs. Exhale to push up if you like. Strong belly is going to help. Through plank to downward dog, or however you get there. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Imagine your belly lifts the right leg. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Watch your core. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise, go all the way up. Get as tall as you can. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale from your center, breathe in and expand. Exhale again from the belly, fold forward, pull yourself down. Inhale, lift high enough, strengthen the lower back. Exhale to step the left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, low lunge, reach up. Exhale, prepare for plank, step the right foot back. Strong belly. Move all your awareness there. Exhale, slowly lower and watch the core. When does it give up or disappear? Inhale, locust pose. Lift everything up to the sky. Exhale, maybe push up to down dog or find your own way. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left forward, right knee down. Inhale, rise, low lunge, just one breath. Exhale, step forward, forward fold, pull from the abdominals. Inhale, rise, stretch everything up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more round, nice and slow, move from your center, inhale. Exhale, everything from the belly, from the core, from the pelvic floor. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, this time keep your knee up if you can. Inhale to high lunge. Again, strong belly, lift in the pelvic floor is really going to help to keep your balance. Exhale, hands down. Welcome back to plank. Inhale, plank, pay attention to the belly, the lower back, nothing else. Exhale, how slowly can you lower? Keep the belly strong as long as you can. Nice, this time Sphinx pose, elbows under your shoulders. Stay on the tops of the feet and then just lift the hips up a little bit. Lower the hips down. Lift the hips up. Lower the hips down. 2 more, you got it. Lift. Lower. 1 more, lift. Lower. Nicely done. Push up to plank. Downward facing dog. Or join us there in your own way. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, from your belly, step that right foot forward, forward, forward. This is core strength. If you can land softly, better. Inhale, lift the arms, high lunge. Exhale, move from your center, like a panther, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise, go all the way up. Exhale, straight back down this time. Inhale, flat back, you know you should lift higher now to get into lower back strength. Nice, exhale, left foot back, keep the knee up if you can. Inhale, high lunge, strong lift in the pelvic floor is going to help to balance. Exhale, prepare for plank 1 more time. I was going to say the last time, but I can't really promise that. Strong belly, strong core. And here we go. Lean a little bit forward, bend your elbows, focus on core strength as you lower. Nice. Elbows under your shoulders, Sphinx. Tops of the feet down. Lift the hips, lower the hips. 3 more, lift the hips, lower the hips. You don't have to go super high. A little lift is enough. Lift, lower. Last one, lift, lower. Plank pose or straight to down dog. Here we go. Inhale, left leg, work with the breath. Exhale, from your belly, draw the knee in. Land softly at the front, lift your arms, high lunge. Lower hands, step forward, softly, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath or 2. Feel the midsection between the pelvic floor and the diaphragm. A sense of strength and control. Also a sense of confidence. You can do whatever you want. If your core is strong, you can sit properly, you can move with skill, you can carry your kids, you can try out a new sport or movement. This is a good place to start. Speaking of start, chair pose, here we go. Bend your knees, touch your fingertips down. Keep the hips quite low and then stretch your arms up joyfully. You can do it miserably or joyfully. There's actually a choice, but I would choose joyfully. And then reach your hands forward, bend your knees a little bit more, and then sit down for boat pose. Amazing core work. The normal boat, this one, Paripurna Navasana, is really all about the hip flexors. Now we'll go to the second boat, which is all about the abdominals. So stretch the legs long, connect your lower back to the mat, reach your fingers forward. This is half boat. Sounds like it's easier than the full boat, but actually I'm not so sure. And then lift your knees, lift your chest to the full boat. Again, lower down. Lift up, knees to chest. Lower down, feel the belly. I know I didn't have to say that. And then lift up, feel the front of the hips. Also not necessary, because you know. Lower down. Lift up. I'm just trying to distract you a little bit while you go through these strengthening exercises. Let's do one more. Lower down. Lift up. Woo. Cross your legs. Downward facing dog. Step back and lengthen the spine. Get back to the breath for a few moments. You'll be happy to know we're done with the warm-up. It's time to get started. What? Here we go. Right foot forward for Warrior 2. Let me turn around so you can see it a bit better. Warrior 2, the back heel down. I like the heels to be more or less in the same line. And then lift up. And when you're ready, stretch the arms away from each other. So the right arm goes forward, the left arm goes back. And we're not paying too much attention to feet, the hips, the arms. In fact, we're paying attention to the core, and all the rest will fall into place if we do that well. The most important in standing pose is to link your core to the surface below, to the foundation of your pose, which is the feet in this case. So do this, press the feet down and pull them energetically towards each other. Externally, you're not going to see much, but internally you'll feel the inner thighs are now active, the outer hips are active, and the pelvic floor is lifting, which connects the whole rest of the spine, even the shoulders and the arms. So feel like keep pulling your feet towards each other, and feel that connect to pelvic floor and the lower belly. Nice, now straighten the front leg. Reach the right arm a bit forward and just place it down on your right shin somewhere, wherever it lands. Lift the left arm up. This is a triangle pose. Often, I'm exaggerating a bit. We're going to round the top of the rib cage a little bit too much and scrunch up the bottom side. So do this. Lengthen the bottom side of the rib cage forward, so you get length on the front, the bottom and the top. Lift the top arm, and again push both feet down. Pull the feet energetically towards each other underneath you. Feel this connect to pelvic floor, and then from there you can expand with confidence towards the front. The spine goes to the front of your mat. Even if the core is strong, you can do whatever you want with your arms. It doesn't really affect the pose. These are all just variations on the same triangle pose with a strong center. Now bend your front knee. Lower the right elbow to your right thigh. Reach the left arm up and over the head for side angle pose. Barsha Konasana. And again, push the feet down. Pull them towards each other, as if they want to meet in the center. Feel this connect to your pelvic floor. And then feel it lengthen the spine from there. And then there's one more little thing. If you want a bit more core engagement, if that's what you need, then you can try lift that right elbow. Do you really need it on that thigh? Or can you go without? If you go without, you can also reach the right arm forward for 3, 2, 1. Lower the hands down. Nice. Inhale to plank. Exhale, slowly lower. Upward facing dog this time. You can stay with the locusts or the cobras or the sphinx. Exhale to downward facing dog, press back. Take a breath. Breathe deep into the center, into belly, lower back, pelvic floor, the hips even. The really immediate calming effect. And then step left forward. Turn the right heel down. Lift up. And when you're ready, stretch the arms out for warrior two. This is a core class. We're looking how to connect our foundation where the feet touch the mat to our core center, to the spine, and then from there to the head, the shoulders, the arms. Nothing works in isolation here. It's all part of a connected system. So push the feet down. Try to feel as much weight in the front foot as in the back foot, so you're not leaning forward or back here. And then pull the feet towards each other. This is gonna energize the pelvic floor, inner thighs, outer hips. Feel that lift that goes from the pelvic floor to the top of the head. And then just stay here for a moment. Strong core. Balance out through all your limbs. There's equal attention going to the right leg, the left leg, the right arm, the left arm. All expanding from a strong center. Straighten the front leg. Reach your left hand forward and place it down somewhere. If you've got a block, that's also nice. Or if you can reach the floor, that's also nice. Whatever, doesn't matter. Lift the right arm. Like we've done before, you'll notice quite often the top side of the ribcage lifts up a little bit too much. Soften this down so the bottom side can lengthen more forward. You might need to come up a little bit actually if you do that, which is okay. Get back into the pose, lift the top arm. Extend equally through both sides of your waist of the ribcage. And then again, do the groundwork, press the feet down. Pull the feet underneath you towards each other. Feel this connect to your pelvic floor, the center, the lower belly. And then from there you can expand in any direction you want. You can move the arms around to change your balance. You can even move the bottom arm around. And then maybe hold the arms over the head for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up. Bend the front knee, left elbow rests on the left thigh. Nice, top arm, you can reach it up and over. Again, do the basics, the foot work, press the feet down. Pull the feet towards each other as if they are magnetized towards each other. Feel this connect to pelvic floor, inner thighs. And then feel that connect to the whole spine and eventually the shoulders and the head. And then again, do one test. Can you lift the left elbow up and keep the structure of the pose? If not, keep it down. But if yes, maybe reach it up and forward. 3, 2, 1. Lower the hands. Well done. Step back to plank. Slowly lower down, strong belly, strong belly, strong belly, all the way to the mat. Nice, from here, cobra pose. Place the hands under your shoulders and slide them a little bit further back. Roll the shoulders back, draw shoulder blades down. And then lift from your core, but this time it's going to be the base of the spine, the lower back. And then lift up a little bit. For now, can you lift your hands off the mat? Just check. You're not going very high, but you're strengthening the whole back line, which is a good thing to do. And then place the hands down, keep all of this, maybe lift up a little bit more. Engage the glutes, engage the hamstrings, and of course the spinal muscles. Exhale, slowly lower down. Child's pose. This is a really great resting pose, just to shut off from the outside world for a moment. Draw your strength and your awareness inwards and let the breath settle. downward facing dog. We'll repeat the previous 3 movements, but a little bit more continuously, so you can also feel what it's like to move from your center in a more dynamic way. It's one thing to hold the pose, it's another thing to move fluidly between them. So right foot forward for warrior 2. Inhale in warrior 2. Exhale here. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose, move from a strong center. Inhale, bend your front knee. Exhale, reach top arm over the head for side angle. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, stay. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose, long sides. Inhale, bend the front knee, elbow can go to thigh. Exhale, reach the top arm over. One more round. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, watch the breath. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, Trikonasana. Move from your center. Inhale, the front knee bends. Exhale, top arm over. Hands down, down dog. Left foot forward, warrior 2. Reach the arms out. Here we go. Breath work, core work, together. Inhale into your center. Exhale, stay. Nice. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Keep the sides long. Inhale, left elbow to thigh. Exhale, right arm over, side angle. Inhale, warrior 2. Keep the legs the same. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, move from your belly, triangle. Inhale, front knee bends. Exhale, top arm over. One more round. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, warrior 2, the front knee, Exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, front knee bends. Exhale, top arm over. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Down dog. Well done. From here, step your right foot forward. Keep your left heel up for this one, so it's more high lunge in the legs. And actually, let's come up to high lunge for a moment. If you need to bend that back knee a little bit, there's no problem. But engage your belly, and if you do that, quite soon you'll feel a much deeper stretch at the front of the left hip if you move your belly a little bit back towards the spine. And then lift your arms up, but keep the engagement, lift the pelvic floor, draw the belly back. And then bend your elbows for cactus arms. Feel all the strength in your upper back. And then turn a little bit towards your right, just from the core. This is core strength, a twisting action, a lot of obliques. And then place the hands together, keep the twist. Lean down or lean forward a little bit with the chest so your left elbow hovers above the right knee. This is a lot of core strength, such a simple pose, but usually we just plonk the elbow down and push with the arms instead of from the core. And now let the elbow rest. Whew, thank goodness. And push the elbows, or the hands together rather. If this is too much, you can always lower the back knee, which is the same pose with a bit more stability. Otherwise, keep the knee up. Nice. From here, step onto that right foot. I'll have to slide back a little bit to have more space. And then lift the left leg behind you for warrior 3. Reach the hands back. Push that right foot down. This is core strength, but from your lower back, more the posterior side of the core. Lengthen the chest forward, almost like a mini back bend. And then slowly lift up. Move from your core again, place left ankle on your right knee and sit down a little bit. Well, sit back a little bit with the hips. You're not really sitting all the way down. So it's a chair pose with the hip stretch. Just feel the outer hip on the left side as you soften the hips down a bit. Good. Release that. Step back. Downward facing dog. Well done. Step your left foot forward. Prepare for high lunge, so place the feet. Keep the back heel lifted if you can. And then lift up with the torso. Don't just go into a massive back bend with the spine. It's going to reduce the stretch that we're after in the hip flexor. Keep the core strong, lift pelvic floor. Even if that knee bends a little bit, it's okay. Lift your arms. Don't lose the core. So you're lifting your arms from your belly, as it were, without help from the spine. Nice cactus arms. Pull your elbows a bit back behind you, bend them. And then turn to the left, just as far as you go. You probably won't go very far, but this is really strengthening for the obliques, which is in your sides, the twisting muscles here. And then place hands together, keep this. Lean a little bit forward, hover your right elbow above the left knee, keep this. And then just feel the strength in your center, the push from the feet down, the lift in the pelvic floor. 3, 2, 1. Place the elbow on the knee and work with the twist for a few more breaths. Again, if it's too much, lower the back knee down. Or, if you prefer, lift the back knee up. It's all good. Release the hands, well done. Move more weight onto your left foot. Start to lift the right foot. Lift the arms, stretch the arms back. Find your balance on your left leg, warrior 3. Stretch the right toes behind you. Lengthen the chest forward, lift the chest up a little bit. This is core strength in the lower back and along the length of the spine. Also a lot of work in the right glute and hamstring, of course. Slowly lift up. Place the right ankle on the left knee and sit back a little bit. Stretching the hips back. Lightly engaging that right knee down without forcing anything. And then, well done, step the right foot back. Lower down onto your belly. Make a pillow with the hands, rest your forehead, and just feel. This is a great pose to feel your breath move in the belly. Feel on the inhales how the belly presses down into the mat, even lifts the lower back up, like a balloon inflating. On the exhale, feel like a tire is deflating all the stress and tension out with every exhale. Let's come into Sphinx pose. Elbows under your shoulders. I thought just because I appreciate you so much, we'll do a little bit more core strength right now, just to make sure you definitely have your money's worth for the class. I don't get any complaints afterwards. So here we go. Tuck your toes, forearm blank. Yes, please, notice your internal story. No need to throw angry looks at your screen. I can't see you anyway. Nice, keep both elbows down, promise. Roll onto the outside of your left foot, keep both elbows down. That right one wants to lift, I know it, but we're not gonna lift it now. And then lift the right foot up a little bit. And if you're feeling like you're really having an advanced day today, you can lean the right leg back a little bit. And then tremble here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the other side straight away. Here we go from the center. Keep elbows down. Roll onto the outside of your right foot. Stack the left foot on top. You can stay here. Keep the left elbow down. Or lift the left leg a little bit. Or level 27. Lean the left leg a little bit back behind you. Ooh la la. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Sphinx pose. Thank goodness. That feels really amazing. But if we had been in a resting pose for the whole class, it wouldn't feel so amazing. So it's only because of the contrast. You worked hard, you put in the effort, and now we receive the benefit. So we're just using the Sphinx pose to lengthen the belly and all the muscle we've strengthened in the abdominals during this whole class. Just take a few slower breaths. This is a great pose, by the way, if you've been working on your computer for a long period of time, maybe before you sleep, as a mild stretch. This one is great to hold for a few minutes. And then as you breathe here, can you draw the breath all the way down into your lower belly, making space there, removing any pinching or tension sensations. And then from here, remove the elbow support just to roll over onto your back. And then stretch your left leg long, draw your right knee into the chest. Squeeze it in for a moment, using your hands. And then hold your right knee with the left hand. Take the right knee guided over to the left side. And with the right arm, you can just stretch it away towards the opposite side and rest here. This is great work for releasing any tension around the spine, the deep core muscles. Direct your breath into your center again. And just feel how it enlivens the pose. You're working with the breath from the inside out. Slowly return to the middle. Swap the legs, the right leg goes long. Draw the left knee in with your hands. Squeeze for a moment to the chest. And then with your right hand, hold the left knee. Guide it over towards your right. Wherever it ends up, it's fine. The left arm goes the opposite way. And then your head can also turn to the left hand, or you could just keep it neutral, wherever it feels best, really. Again, once you're here, drop the story and work with the breath. Explore your body from the inside out. Get to know yourself on a much deeper core level. One of the big stories you can drop right now is you don't have any core strength because you just did this whole class, and obviously you are still alive if you're still watching. So it's all good. Slowly return to the center. Because we've done so much core strengthening, I want to do another spinal twist. These are really my favorite kind of end of practice or end of day kind of movements. Move your right knee over the left. Nice. And then shift your hips a bit to the right side of your mat before you drop the knees to the left side. Nice and simple. Open the arms wide, make your upper back heavy. Relax the shoulders. And then drink in all this goodness from the efforts of your practice. You showed up. You could have easily skipped this, but instead you rolled out your mat. You told everyone it's my hour that I'm going to use to work on my health of my mind, my body. And you're going to come out of this feeling hopefully a bit more stronger, a bit more connected, a bit more free. Like you have a secret stash of core strength. Nobody can see this, but you know it is always there. Slowly release to center. Swap the legs so left knee goes over the right. Shift the hips a bit to the left. Lower the knees to the right. And do less. Just be here. Do a little bit less. It's not going to happen often in your life that somebody recommends you to do less, but this is one of those opportunities. Can you become more and more relaxed and at the same time very, very present? The mind feels focused and alert, but calm at the same time. It's not out there looking for problems and doubts and disasters that haven't happened. It can just rest here with this. Slowly return to the center. Come up to sitting. Take a comfortable seat, anyhow you like, cross-legged or on the shins. Rest your hands on your legs or in the lap. Close your eyes. And again, feel this area we've been working with above the pelvic floor, below the diaphragm, between the belly button and the spine, and between the two sides of your waist. The powerhouse of your core. Rest all your attention in that space, somewhere behind the belly button. Deep, deep, deep in your center. In the Chinese traditions, in the martial arts, They say this is called the Dantian, an unlimited reservoir of dormant energy that we can learn how to access. In the yoga tradition, this is called prana, the life force, or sometimes called the kundalini, like a snake coiled up at the base of your spine, waiting to rise up through the top of your head to connect you with the universe. So whichever these images speak to you, imagine this endless reservoir of dormant energy that you are learning to tap into. Then slowly blink your eyes open. You can always stay here for a little bit longer, seated meditation, or lie down on your back for Shavasana. Don't skip this part. This is the most important pose. This is where we put everything together and we receive the benefits of our work. So rest down, you're either seated or supine, lying on your back. No more effort is required. In ever increasing increments, start to relax your body more and more. Right now, can you get 10 to 20% more relaxed? Maybe it's the forehead, maybe it's your throat, maybe it's the belly, maybe the shoulders or the hips, maybe all of them. Melt away into this moment. Lie here as a puddle of gratitude. If you have a little bit more time, then you're welcome to stay here for as long as you like. Maybe an extra 10, 15 minutes could be amazing. If this is the time you had, you need to move on, then move your fingers, move your toes. Bend your knees and roll over onto your side. And then push up to sitting. Place your palms together at the heart. Give thanks that your hands to your forehead, to your heart center, and bow to yourself on the mat. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I can feel your happy presence through the screen. Hopefully you see that core strengthening doesn't have to be grueling or boring. It could be quite fun, just a couple of little exercises in between. If you want to do any of our previous classes, have a look at our website, yogaworks.co.za, and I look forward to seeing you here again the next time. Thank you for your presence and your support. All the best.